What's going on, guys? This is Musin. This is gonna be the zombie deck profile, so again, highly anticipated. And of course, I know that you love zombies because, I mean, again, who doesn't like zombies? The deck is so fun. Makes multiple interruptions, by the way. 2-card combo equals basically 5 interruptions, and then obviously you have multiple other cards. You can draw into hand traps during your opponent's turn with cards like Vampire Sucker. You have a bunch of insta wins, so even if you go second, it's not the end of the world. You know, Super Poly. Prosperity allows you to get just so much more consistency. This deck keeps becoming better and better over time. It doesn't need to get specific zombie support, so that's why I said that the deck actually got indirect support in my combo video, is because of random cards like Prod of Prosperity or this guy. Well, this girl, I guess you can say, Baroness de Fleur. So Baron is actually a guy, and then Baroness, I guess, would be the girl. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the intro, but before you start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe. Motivates me so much to keep making videos like these, and now let's jump right into it. Alright, so for the main deck list, we're playing 2 Doom King, of course. I mean, I do believe that it's the perfect ratio. 3 would be way too much. You don't really want to draw this too often, and then 1 would be not enough, because if you get DD Crowed, well, you're out of Doom Kings for the rest of the game. So it's kind of similar to the Eldritch, the Golden Lord logic in a way, where you don't want to draw too many, but at the same time, you at least want to have more than 1 as a backup. But 1 copy is technically all you need to win. The second one is only because, like, the opponent can actually have cards to counter you. And also, Globe Bloom, if I recall correctly, only does plays from your deck. So if you draw this and you only play 1, you can't trigger the effect of Globe Bloom, because we're not trying to play Jacobulon in this deck. It's not great. It would force you to like discard a zombie, and there's no guarantee that you're always going to draw zombies every time. Sometimes the Jacobulon would require you to discard like cards like Ash, which is obviously not ideal. But anyways, the next card that we have is Banshee, which is hands down one of the best cards in the entire format right now. If you're playing against a really hand trap heavy deck, you might even consider just normal summoning the Banshee instead of normal summoning the Uni Zombie. That way you have a guaranteed zombie roll through your opponent having Valor or Ash. He would actually require specific cards like Cosmic Cyclone, Duster in order to counter your zombie world summoned by activated by Banshee, which is even worse in a way. So yeah. Anyways, we have 2 Gozuki now. Gozuki is actually not comparable to a card like Samurai Skull. I think that's a card. Yeah, it's kind of like another one of those foolish effects zombie monsters. There are just way too many of these cards. The reason why Gozuki is actually good after Uni Zombie is because it actually has a graveyard effect, where if it is sent to the graveyard, you can actually banish a zombie from your grave and then special summon a zombie from your hand. So not only is this part of a 2-card combo, but also it's just one of the most stable zombie monsters out there. And I understand that it doesn't have the floating effect that Samurai Skull has, but you're really using it because it enables you new combos that your other cards actually won't. So this is definitely really crucial. And then 3 Solitaire. The reason why I'm playing 3 Solitaire is because I'm playing Gamma. If I wasn't playing Gamma, I also wouldn't be playing Solitaire. I don't think it's that great. The fact that you have to tribute it for cost makes it way too vulnerable to cards like Ash. But if you play a card like Gamma, it's not the end of the world anymore, because if you get ashed on Solitaire and you have Gamma, you actually want to hug your opponent because it's the best thing for you. You make a level 8 Synchro or Needle Fiber, and then you combo off even harder, so it's actually really good. But yeah, anyways, now we have, of course, the 3 Uni Zombie. This card will always pretty much be a 3 of in the zombie that I can't really imagine a logic or a world in which Uni Zombie wouldn't be a 3 of. It's like the heart and soul, quite literally, unlike Cyber Dragons. Haha, I know, yeah, I keep making this joke. Anyways, Glow Bloom, of course, the best 1 of to play in this deck, but any more than 1 would be way too much. I definitely couldn't see that happening anytime soon, unless this deck could actually play a really good level 5 or higher zombie that doesn't actually suck, because Vampire Fraulein and Jacobulon with Eldritch, the Mad Golden Lord, yeah, sure, they're targets for Glow Bloom, but they're not great targets. And to be fair, there's basically nothing that is really worth searching. The majority of the time, you really want to use the special summoning effect, and Doom King is hands down the best monster to special summon, and it becomes the crack once you have Zombie World on the field. Whereas Eldritch, the Golden Lord, unless you're playing like a bunch of Eldritch cards, it's not gonna do anything. Yeah, sure, it has a cool effect in the graveyard, but that's it, that's all. Anyways, Triple Mizuki. This card is also part of a really nice combo, so drawing this is actually not a bad thing. You can draw this with Uni Zombie and it's full combo. Yeah, just with 2 cards. Literally, you can do so much just with 2 cards, and obviously if you have 3 cards, it's even better. And then 3 Ash. Ash is even better in this deck because it's a zombie. So if you Ash your opponent, next turn you go Gozuki effect, they could even strike you, and then you banish the Ash and special summon Uni Zombie, and keep playing as if nothing ever happened. And this is one of the several reasons why Gozuki is so good, because you get additional pushes going second, and it actually does come up where Ash will actually be sent to the graveyard before you even get a single card played. Anyways, now we have 3 Gamma and then the driver, obviously. Artifact Scythe. Now you might be wondering, Yasin, I don't get it. You're playing Artifact Scythe why, but you're not playing Sanctum in the deck. Well, that's because I'm playing Artifact Dagda, which is a really good card. It's just a generic link to, basically when you activate another card or effect on the field, you can actually activate, set any artifact monster from your deck to your field, and obviously the Needle Fiber will be the effect to trigger the Dagda, and then you will be summoning TG Wonder Magician, which is basically like an MST on summon, and you'll be MSTing your own artifact Scythe, special summoning itself. Then you have 2 level 5 monsters on the field, Scythe plus TG Wonder Magician. 5 plus 5 equals what? 10 Baroness de Fleur, which is an Omni Negate, and also a card that can pop cards on the field, well, but only on your own turn, and also during the standby phase, you can tag it out from your field to the extra deck in order to revive back any level 9 or lower monster from your grave, which is absolutely fantastic. Anyways, now moving on for the rest of the deck, we have Harpy's Feather Duster. Of course, you don't really want to lose to bullshit like Mystic Mine and stuff, and just a lot of back row. Foolish Burial, do I really need to justify Foolish Burial in a deck that plays like 27 billion graveyard effects? Yeah, no. Monster Reborn, Called by the Grave. It's just Monster Reborn is actually such a good one. Called by the Grave, yeah, I mean, same logic with like Gamma protecting your Solitaire. If you get Ashed, you can just use the Called by the Grave and you're pretty much chilling. And then, of course, 2 Zombie World. I could actually imagine a world in which I would play 3, but I don't think I could imagine myself playing Terraforming, because that would make me randomly lose to Jewel and Logbird for no reason at all. Because I'm not losing to Jewel and Logbird anyways, so why would I make myself lose to the card? And besides, I already play freaking 3 Banshee. Again, I am definitely not against the idea of playing 3 Zombie World. You could play 3 and then cut Mizuki down to 2, but it's also kind of a personal preference thing. I think playing 3 Banshee is more ideal than playing 3 Zombie World. Anyways, 3 Prod of Prosperity, again for extra consistency, 3 Super Poly. Just look at these targets. This is 2 Darks, this is 2 Zombies, which is super easy when you have Zombie World, and then Mud Dragon of the Swamp is going to be a really relevant one when Trap Brigade is here, are going to be even better, because you can use Appaloosa and then Shuanglong, the Ancient Warrior Link monster, and yeah, there's 2 monsters with the same attribute but different types. Finally, we have 3 Rivalry of Warlords, and you might already know this, but the Rivalry plus Zombie World is an FTK. Against literally everyone, nobody can play through this. Your opponent can literally only control 1 monster on the field, unless he randomly also plays zombies. So if he's playing Eldritch, well, obviously this card sucks, you're gonna have to side it out, but don't worry. Anyways, moving on to the extra deck, we have Shiranui Sun Saga and Baroness for the Fleur for the 2 level 10 synchros. Shiranui Sun Saga already made a bunch of videos on this, and Baroness de Fleur, I haven't made the card review yet. I will very soon, probably this week actually. But yeah, just a really good card as I explained. Formula Synchron and TG Wonder Magician, the 3 Super Poly targets, Artifact Dagda, Access Code Talker. I'm not playing Appaloosa at the moment, it's back to my idea section, but definitely a kind of card that you actually could play. I just didn't really have the extra deck space. And then Unicorn, Vampire Sucker, Needle Fiber, Avenged Savior, IP Masquerena, and Relinquished Anima. I would play Anima before I would play Link Rebo, hands down. Anyways, again, idea section, you could technically play a second Sun Saga. I don't really see the logic for that because Baroness de Fleur is just a better card to play. So 1/1 is even better. You have more options. Okay, this is cute. Shen Shen. Now you might be wondering again, why would you play Shen Shen? Well, Unizombie has a level modulating effect, so sometimes you can get Unizombie to being level 5 and then revive back a level 4 non-tuner from your graveyard like Gozuki, revive back from Mizuki, and then make a Shen Shen, and that's kind of like a Macrocosmos, which is a really good card and it's not too hard to summon. Again, the level modulating aspect of the card is just amazing. And then of course Naturia Beast, you summon this with Tenny Spirit Adara as well as Gozuki, which are 2 level 4 Earth, 2 Earth monsters, sorry. And then yeah, Appaloosa, Needle Fiber, again if you want to play multiples. A TG Hyper Librarian, I also made a video on this where you can draw multiple cards if you have a good combo, but I feel like this is just no longer worth playing since the combo with Baroness and Artifact Scythe is 20 billion times better. And then whatever, we have Barricade Borg Blocker, Anaconda if you want to, I don't know, abuse Super Poly. I feel like the Anaconda probably should be in the main deck, but then we won't have the extra deck space for Access Code maybe, or Masquerena and Unicorn. I don't know, I kind of like them, but Masquerena and Unicorn, I guess you could probably cut them and then fit in the Anaconda and something else, pretty much of your choice. It's up to you. Or maybe another Super Poly target, because whoever has enough Super Poly target? Nobody. Anyways, Forbidden Droplet, the 3rd Zombie World. Shiranui style Swallow Slash is a nasty one. Now, if you play the Shiranui Spirit Master, the level 4 that pops, it's even better. It's like a, kind of like a burning Fire Lake of the Burning Abyss, but you don't have to send 2 monsters, it's only 1, it's tribute. And even if your opponent has Solemn Judgment and he's playing Mystic Mine, since you're tributing a monster for cost, it doesn't matter. So basically, destroying 3 cards your opponent control is a bonus, but you're still getting rid of the Mystic Mine. So this is actually a really good back row removal in this deck. And of course, it's a Trap Trick target. It's Artifact Sanctum is also a Trap Trick target, and Eradicator Epidemic Virus is also a Trap Trick target. It's really easy to have an Eradicator target thanks to Doom King, and you can protect yourself from Evenly, Lightning Storm, Duster, everything. So many cards thanks to Eradicator Virus. But yeah, that's really all I had to showcase and talk about for this beautiful zombie deck profile. Really hope you guys enjoyed and were able to learn a thing or two. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it motivates me so much to keep making videos like these, and I will see you next time. Peace.